I've been incarcerated in Washington State's prison system 41 years now for murder I did not do. To this day, I've never been given an attorney to represent me in my trial or in my appeal or anything else. I was falsely convicted of 2 counts of aggravated murder. I've always told these people I did not kill anyone. When I demanded a fair trial, they went and got an attorney named James LaFont, who used to be a prosecuting attorney, to just sit next to me in court, to work against me and work with the prosecutor to help the state convict me. But they couldn't convict me any other way because there was no evidence. There was no eyewitnesses to the crime. No murder weapon was ever found. There's no physical evidence but yet seen the crime. So they lied and made everything up. And if they are getting to the lying jailhouse informant to say I confessed to them, that's great. The state paid both of these jailhouse informants to commit perjury, which has been completely covered up for 41 years until now. The first jailhouse informant was named Adolph Lindsay. Adolph testified he left Oregon and went to Seattle because he couldn't find a job in Oregon, and his Oregon parole officer refused to understand. This is what he explained it to him. For 40 years, these people have managed to cover up the documents showing what really happened. What really happened was that Adolph beat up his Oregon parole officer, beat up the supervising parole officer when they tried to arrest him on a new burglary charge. He ran out of the parole office, ran out of the parole building, ran into the streets of Salem, Oregon, dodging cars, ducking behind buildings, got away, and then he fled to Seattle, Washington. Adolph testified in my trial. He said he was arrested. He admitted he was arrested in Seattle, but lied to the Seattle police by saying somebody had committed a crime. That's amazing. Adolph false reported the crime is a crime in itself. So he committed a crime by lying on somebody about committing a crime. While being arrested for lying, he told more lies by giving a fake name, and he continued this lie all the way to the county jail. Adolph's given a fake name with another crime. After he got to the county jail and saw that none of his lies were working, he started saying I confessed to him. In exchange for claiming I confessed to him, he asked that he not be charged for reporting a false crime or for giving a false name. He asked that he just be sent back to Oregon to face charges there. So the state agreed and gave on Adolph what he asked for. For over 40 years, it has been covered up that Adolph was not charged with false reporting or false identity. At my trial, the prosecuting attorney put Adolph up. He testified that he did not ask for anything and that he was not getting anything for saying I confessed to him. Even though the prosecutor knew Adolph was paid to say those things. Also, for 40 years, up until now, it was covered up that Adolph's parole officer warned everybody that Adolph is a pathological liar. The other job before it was these words. Joseph Riggs was seen coming out of somebody's house doing a burglary. He was caught, jailed, and charged with the burglary. But later he was allowed to be guilty to possession of stolen property after claiming I confessed to him. They covered up that Rick's work was charged with reduced in possession charge in exchange for his claim that I confessed to him. Before I came into the picture, Rick's probation officer was recommended that Rick's go to prison. His wife was tired of him and wanted a divorce. Rick's testified against me, saying that he was put into the cell with me at about 2 o'clock in the morning because the jail deputy caught him crying. For over 40 years, it's been covered up that Ricks was really caught trying to hang himself. When Ricks was put into the cell with me, I told him my charges I didn't kill anybody. So he desperate enough to kill himself in order to get out of jail. He did imagine I confessed to them, and he went and told the police I confessed. He later admitted he knew it was standard jail procedure that prisoners can get released from jail just by claiming a suspected murder confessed to him. For 40 years up until now, it was covered up that when Riggs left my cell, he went straight to the insane asylum to resume treatment for psychosis and delusions. Still, he was allowed to come back into my trial and say I confessed to him. And it was covered up until now. Then after he testified against me, Riggs was taken right back to the insane asylum to continue his treatment for psychosis and delusions. Listen, Riggs' entire testimony against me was inadmissible under state law because he was in the insane asylum. Ain't no problem. My sellout lawyer, James Lamont, and the deputy prosecutor, Lee Yates, both covered all of this up for 40 years until now. Riggs testified that I confessed to him, and he's not getting anything out of testifying against me. He even testified that he was not even mentioned this testimony when he goes to be sentenced in his own hearing. The prosecutor, Lee Yates, told my jury that Riggs was not getting anything, any deals or special treatment for his testimony. But now, 40 years later, I found out that at Riggs' sentencing hearing, Riggs talked about testifying against me and asked for a life sentence. And if that was not enough, my prosecuting attorney, Lee Yates, went to Riggs' sentencing hearing and testified on his behalf about how Riggs felt convicted and asked that Riggs be given leniency for his testimony. This proves they all lied to my jury to make Riggs look like a credible witness. The police in Oregon even lied on me. And James made them lie. Coles against my attorney have covered up their lies. During a hearing, weeks before my trial, Deputy Sheriff Moray testified he followed standard procedure. Oops. I lost my place. Sorry for the delay. Okay. During the hearing weeks before my trial, Deputy Moray testified he followed standard procedure. My first cuffing my head behind my back, and then tied me down and reading my Miranda rights. He explained in his standard procedure that when confronted by someone sought for questioning in a murder case, the murder suspect is presumed to be armed and dangerous, and therefore he's immediately cuffed and pat down before they do anything else. But then Moray lied, claiming I signed his Miranda rights card and confessed to him while Deputy Sheriff stood by and watched. Moray claimed he mysteriously lost and signed the Miranda rights card. That I had to force Lamont to go ask Moray how I managed to sign this mysteriously lost the Miranda rights card with my hands cut behind my back. Lamont didn't want to do it. He said no, and I had to fight him right there in court to make him go up there and ask the guy this stuff. So he finally went up there and asked him. Moray stammered, stuttered, and never did explain how he did that. Never mentioned a thing. Prosecutor Attorney Lee Yates refused to call Deputy Sheriff Nolan to testify because Nolan had said all along that Moray is lying. even though my only defense was that Bob Well in Norway was lying. And even though Officer Dolan himself said Norway was lying, my sellout appointed attorney told the judge he would not say the police were lying. What kind of shit is that? This former prosecuting attorney, James J. Lamont, stood there in court and said in open court that he was not convicted of their lies. Clearly, I was not represented by an attorney because my sellout appointed lawyer who refused to say the police were lying. The judge said their claims would be admissible at my trial. Well, the more lying, well, and more lying was so obvious and transparent. The prosecutor Levy Yates not cared and decided not to wait for my trial because it was too crazy. So this guy, posing as my attorney, told me not to testify because if I testified, and if I said Chris and Adolf were lying, then the prosecutor Yates would be forced to go ahead and bring Boswell and Norway and say I confess to them that a lot that Lamont would not say they're lying. Since Lamont would not defend me from their lies, I could not testify. The state never did place me at the scene of the crime other than by two lying John informants saying I confess to them. After the state finished putting on its fabricated case, the judge asked Lamont if there was a defense. My court-appointed lawyer then got a letter written by the prosecutor, Levy Yates, claiming it was from my probation officer, basically saying I seem to be an okay guy. My court-appointed lawyer then said the defense rests. Now think about that. James J. Lamont posed against my sellout appointed attorney put on no defense whatsoever in this first-degree aggravated murder trial. Of course, I was found guilty. This same attorney, James J. Lamont, then got on my appeal to cover up his tracks and to keep any other attorney from exposing his working with the prosecutor to convict me. Any other attorney would have exposed that Griggs was in there saying silent. Would have exposed that Yates testified and was investigated to get his leniency in his own case after telling my jury he was not getting leniency in his own case. Any other attorney would have exposed that Adolf was paid by the state by not charging him for lying to Seattle police. And it would have exposed that when they beat up his Oregon parole officers, fled Oregon, and lied to my jury about it. Any other attorney would have brought this out. So this attorney who helped the state do this stuff had to get on my appeal and keep me from getting any other attorney. I objected to him not being on my appeal. I requested another appeal attorney, but this sellout appointed attorney Lamont objected to my request, and he desperately argued against my wanting a different attorney. He convinced the appeals court to let him stay on my appeal and not give me a different lawyer. Lamont submitted an appeal brief. It looked like it was written by the prosecutor, saying the appeal should be dismissed. Because Lamont did everything he could to help me. There was nothing more Lamont could do. Perfect. The appeals court said I could do my own appeal. Then Washington State Penitentiary officials put me in solitary confinement. And after the solitary confinement, Captain Richard Morgan talked to the prosecutor in my case about my trying to do my own appeal brief. Morgan's solitary confinement guard then took all of my transcripts and all of my legal papers away from me and physically stopped me from doing my appeal. They kept me in solitary confinement by doing things like throwing up food at me to me at my cell. I proved to him that I did not do my food. The full splatters were on the outside of my cell door at a downward angle. Somebody standing above my door, throwing food down at me. Even if I had somehow stuck my head food tray slot and threw my food onto the door above the tray slot, the food splatters above the tray slot would have still had, it would have had an upward angle if I had done it, not a downward angle. Because of this, Bullets was sports school frequently. He would have told this to somebody, and about 5 minutes later, solitary confinement guard came to my cell door and cleaned up my door, got rid of the physical evidence, got rid of the physical proof that they had lied, claimed that I do my food. When I complained about them taking my legal papers from me, they all lied every night. The prison superintendent, Larry Gibson, he lied by claiming solitary confinement property room on the DLP and searched the main institution property room. They couldn't find my legal property. I submitted an appeal on the denial of this freedom, but they lied. I pretended I didn't submit an appeal. So they got my aggravated murder appeal dismissed. My blame with me for not doing my own appeal, even though they're the ones who stopped me from doing my own appeal. This went on for another 7 months. Something back that in early July 1984, on the same day, the superintendent Gibson said Gleason couldn't find my little property. On the same day, Sergeant Selby wrote a memo to Captain Talbot reporting that he didn't have my legal property in his main institution property room the whole time, waiting for somebody to come and get it. I initially tried to follow lawsuit about all of this, but my legal bill was not going out. So I had to smuggle my lawsuit out of the prison by giving it to the black dude named Jeffy to send to his girlfriend to send to the federal court for me. That was the only way I got my lawsuit filed. Without finally able to get my lawsuit filed, the federal court made prison officials process my appeal of my grievance against police.
You have 1 minute left.
Over only my legal property. I'll call you right back, okay?
Okay.
When I was finally able to get my lawsuit filed, the federal court made prison officials process the appeal of my grievance against Gleason for withholding my legal property. The prison's correctional program manager, Robert Movement, then got involved and saw Sergeant Selby's memo to Captain Talbot saying he had my legal property all along. So CPM Moses had his people go get my legal property and bring it back to me because all of Captain Morgan's people were refusing to. In this lawsuit, I made the superintendent Kinslow swear under oath that a property room officer cannot stroll into another property room sergeant's property room looking for a prisoner's property without asking that property room sergeant about it. This proves that Larry Kinslow flat out lied in order to stop me from doing my appeal. You see, because remember, Sergeant Selby already said he had my legal property in his main institution property room the whole time, and nobody ever asked for it. So if nobody ever asked for it, then Gibson lied when he said Gleason had checked the main property room, they couldn't find it. That was the lie. And they used that lie to stop me from doing my own appeal brief and to keep me in prison forever. Before I could finish writing a letter to the appeals court saying the prison guards finally admitted to have my legal property after all this time, then the appeals court wrote me a letter saying that they already found out about it. They reopened my appeal and gave give me 20 days to do my brief. Now listen, the best attorney in the world cannot do an aggravated murder appeal brief for 20 days from their law firm. I was in solitary confinement. In solitary confinement, prisoners were only able to read 10 court cases in 20 days from the prison law firm. And of course, I'm not even an attorney with law courts and all that was building. That was not enough time to appeal a conviction for aggravated murder. I requested more time to do my appeal brief. The law says the prisoner must be given at least 45 days for an appeal brief. But in my case, the appeal court refused me any more time. And again, it's my appeal. I could not do my appeal in 20 days. That's crazy. All things considered, some people would say, I never really had a child. I never really had a jail. This is an aggravated murder case. I've never had an attorney to do a single plea in my defense before trial, during trial, after trial, on appeal, or any other time. I've been incarcerated 31 years, and I've never had an attorney say a single word on my behalf. My trial attorney got on my appeal and got my appeal dismissed in order to cover up that he was working with the prosecutor to help convict. And when I was sent to prison, these prison officials kept me in solitary confinement, blocked my legal mail with some little property, all the covering of the fact that the state star witness was in his sad asylum and leaving the gates, paid these people to lie on me. They're going to send me to prison forever. Then I need to do something. I need to tell something in court about this. Perhaps the courts are a uniform agreement that when a prosecutor gets or even allows a witness to lie to a jury in order to get someone convicted, the reversal of the entire case is virtually automatic. One judge says he's never seen a case like this that wasn't reversed. This means that I would finally be out of prison if I'm allowed to properly follow this stuff. But you know what? It's not the sacred that Robert Jackson is now once again denying the access to the legal papers I need to challenge my conviction. In response to a request that I submitted to Jackson on May 14, 2023, for access to the legal papers that I need to follow this, Jackson said, no. I filed a grievance on it. In response to my grievance number 22781611, where I again asked for permission to have the legal papers that I need, Jackson, on August 14, 2023, again said no. When I appealed Jackson, no. The Assistant Secretary of the Department of Corrections, Jeffrey Utrecht, on September 29, 2023, also said no. Then it seems like these people will do nothing to help me do my appeal and will never allow me access to my papers. They are afraid of being exposed and are keeping me silent at all costs. The superintendent knows that if I properly follow it, then my release is virtually automatic. That's the reason why he's refusing to allow me to follow this. Again, I would like to know what America thinks about this. And again, if you would like to know more details, then please speak to me. $1,000.
Hey, that's not bad.